Same place, just different opponents. Same crew, just different roles. Dan Wilkins Broadcasting brings you our third installment of today's Holy Cross Prep Showcase. Dan Wilkins producing, Chase Parsons and Javier Harris joining you. We also had you for game 2, but Chase was on the call. I was on color. Unfortunately, you're stuck with me on play-by-play, so I'm excited for this one. We have the 13-5 Lawrence Cardinals of the CVC Valley. They face off against the Westampton Tech Panthers of the BCSL Liberty. They've had quite a season, these Panthers. We'll start with them. Started out 2-2. Then they were able to rattle off 7 wins in a row, very impressively. And they really needed that because they dropped 4 in a row heading into last night's game at Moorestown, a team we just saw lose to Egg Harbor Township not too long ago. And they were able to pick up a very decisive win. They needed it, too. I believe it was 44-38. Win number 200 for Coach Bird. Congratulations to Coach Bird. A very impressive feat for sure. But it did come at a cost. In that win, Coach Bird told us pregame that his star player, his star senior, Alexander Genti, unfortunately rolled his ankle, and he will be out for today's game. A big loss for Westampton. Chase, how do you think they're going to have to move things around to make up for the loss of Genti?
I mean, yeah, the loss of Genti has 885 career points, 238 this season. That's definitely not just some role player that you're losing. You're coming into this game seeing who can fill that role. And when I look at my sheet here, the senior Henry Njoga, 344 career points. He has 132 this season. I have a feeling that he's going to be creeping up and come out of nowhere, filling that role for Alexander Genti.
Absolutely, Njoga too, with his size, 6'5". They're going to need their 2 seniors, him and Jason Livingston, another 6'6" forward. They're really going to have to step up and use their advantage against a team like Lawrence. And the Lawrence Cardinals, I've been very impressed with them this season. Head coach Jeffrey Molinelli, he has them probably playing their best ball of the season at the best time. So they started out 4-4, but in the month of January, after the calendar flipped, they completely flipped as well. 9 out of 10, they had 10 games, they won 9 of those. They cleaned things up, they righted the ship. What do you like most about this Lawrence team, Chase?
Definitely the senior Marco McNeil. He has over 1,000 career points, hit that earlier this season. He has 293 points this season so far. I mean, you got to have a feeling that he's going to be lighting it up from anywhere on this court.
Oh, absolutely. And the Cardinals, they're currently second in the CVC Valley, and you can see why. An interesting note that I saw when I was looking at their online roster, only 1 underclassman on the whole roster. It's juniors and seniors, and then they have Zion Holmes, the freshman, as the lone underclassman. So, they have experience. They're going to be ready for this matchup. I know we are too. This is a matchup between 2 teams, never played each other before, both above 500, both expecting to have first-round home playoff wins. So, we have opening tip-off and starting lineups here shortly. We're going to step aside for a quick break. Dan Wilkins, Chase Parsons, Javier Harris. We're here for Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Stay tuned. Starting lineups have been announced. We are underway for what is game 4 of the Holy Cross Prep Showcase, but it's our third game that we'll be covering here for DWB. Once again, joined by Dan Wilkins on the production, Chase Parsons on color. I am Javier Harris here on the play-by-play. Very excited for this one. This is our third game. Game 1 was earlier today, 10 a.m. It saw St. Joseph Hamilton Wildcats. They were able to beat the Hightstown Rams 74-54 in dominant fashion. I was joined by Sam Goldberg on the call there. Game 2, like I mentioned, Chase and I had that. Egg Harbor Township was able to prevail in a very close game, a very fun one, over Morristown 50-47. We can only hope for similar turnout and some similar fireworks in this one here. This would be our final call, and by our, I mean Chase and I. The All-Star crew will come in for the marquee events a little bit later. We'll mention them shortly, but we're underway here at Holy Cross Prep Academy. Opening tip, taken by Lawrence. They're in their all white, heading right to left. Outside shot, that's from number 2, Blake Amos Whitfield. He was off the mark. BCIT pushing the issue, and a big flush, big slam. Jason Livingston, we mentioned the size, and it's in full display right there. Lawrence brings the ball up court. That's Marvin McNeil, the senior, number 11. He's their leading scorer. He's also a 1,000-point career scorer. Great notch to have on his belt. They work it down low. Great ball movement. Easy bucket, but they're not able to get it with the left. That was number 5, Josh Wilson, just missing. They get it to the big man, Henry Njoga. He gets the contact, and he's going to take a first trip to the line. Chase, you mentioned Njoga in the pregame and his size. It's in full effect so far.
I mean, you can't really see it on the camera because it might not do as much justice, but this guy is huge.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
we're sitting down court level. It's just incredible. So I'm excited, and I anticipate that he's going to use that height to his advantage.
Absolutely. You know, I found that too. It's funny you say that because as I do more and more basketball games, I realize that. You see these guys' height listed online. It doesn't really tell you how big they are. When you see them in person standing next to other guys that are in there, you know, around 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", you're like, wow, the size is really there. So excited to see the big man play. He's able to get the second of 2. Extends the Panthers' lead to 3. Very early in the game, just 1 minute by. Hard drive for number 1. It's Michael Carrick. The senior throws it up. Just rolls off the rim. West Tech pushing the issue here. They work for a very fast offense, very fast pace, and it works for them because they're drilling a 3. That's number 4, Damian Maroney. He's got 8 3-pointers coming into today. A little too much contact there on the far side. That foul's going to be on BCIT 21, Jason Livingston. Looks like the inbounds will come from the baseline here under the basket. Up and off the mark. BCIT is able to recover. Trying to get something offensively going here. And with the absence of Genty, it's interesting to see how this offense works. Henry and Jogo just off the mark. Marvin McNeil with a step-back three right in the face of 21, Jason Livingston, and he brings the Cardinals on the board within 3. We have a 6-3 game with just over 2 minutes gone in the first quarter here. Good action. Neither team wanting to make too many mistakes here. That's Njogu. You're going to hear his name a lot. They're going to feed him down low, and you see why. Lawrence is going to struggle to deal with that size, and he's taking his second trip to the line here.
When we look at Njogu's stats, 344 career points, as I mentioned earlier, 132 this season. He's averaging 8.25 points per game. He has 300 career rebounds, 93 of them this season. That's 5.8 per game. So he definitely is able to get down low defensively and offensively and use his 6 foot plus frame to his advantage.
Yeah, the senior forward, 6'5", listed at 205, and may be underselling the gentleman. Him and his BCIT team is on the defensive end of the court here, trying to keep Lawrence off the scoreboard. Number 1's driving. That's Michael Carrick. He gets up with the left and finishes. Good to see the guard getting going. He has 212 points on the season so far, second on the team. The ball kind of thrown up for anybody. It's recovered by number 11. That's DeWill Andre. Loses it momentarily. There's Njogu again. He lost it. Who's it off of? The ref's going to say it stays with BCIT here. And we have our first sub of the game. Looks like Javon Ford, the junior, coming in for DeWill Andre. They're not able to inbound it cleanly. Lawrence recovers. They're driving. There's number 1 again. Up with the left. Copy and paste. Michael Carrick, the senior. He's averaging 11.8. He may surpass that today with the way he started so far. He actually had a career-high 26 points at Steinert, their last game, January 29th. He's looking to stay hot in this one. Number 1 drives. Javon Ford able to get some contact, and it seems like that's going to be a theme for BCIT today. Getting down low, getting dirty, using your size, using your strength. And if you're not going to get the easy buckets, you're at least going to get to the line.
You see, Henry and Joga went to high-five his teammate Javon Ford, and it's just a complete opposite in height. So this is a very diverse team in height and definitely in ability and their roles. You're not going to see Javon Ford way down under the basket like Henry and Joga. He's most likely going to stay outside the perimeter, if not just past the foul line. And you're going to see him try and feed the big man in Joga, or even, what's his name, Livingston.
Absolutely. The diversity is working for him so far. Lawrence trying to work it in deep. It looks like Maroney had a shot, but he gave it up. He goes up strong. There's Maroney again, unable to get the bucket. A lot of indecision there, it looked like, from Lawrence. They didn't really know what they wanted to do with the ball once they had it. Something they're going to have to work on if they're going to take advantage of BCIT's mistakes. Oh, and just like that, they get it up. Number 5, Josh Wilson. He recovers very nicely, gets the easy bucket, and the Cardinals have their first lead of the game at 9-8. Just over 4 minutes left in the first quarter here. Dan Wilkins, Chase Parsons. I'm Javier Harris. That ball was tipped, no backcourt. And we have our first time out of the game. It looks like that's coming from BCIT's bench. It's going to be a full timeout. Either way, we're going to step aside as well. 9-8, Cardinals are up. We'll be back shortly. Back here with 4:01 left. Cardinals up 9-8 over the BCIT Panthers. This broadcast is brought to you by Harper Driving School. Over 90% of students who take their New Jersey State driving test with Harper pass on their first attempt. Book an appointment today at 614 Lambs Road, Suite 4 of the Turtle Turf Complex. First quarter action here at Holy Cross Prep Academy for the Holy Cross Prep Showcase. Game 3 for DWB, Game 4 for the showcase, and there's the 3-ball money. That was number 1, Javon Ford. He's certainly made an impact ever since he's come off the bench for this team. A little bit of a press going for BCIT. Lawrence is passing out of it. That's the only way to break a press. But as I say that, they turn the ball right back over. Got to be sure of your passes. Another 3-ball. Front iron, just short. That's number 11 for Lawrence McNeil, the senior, the leader. He's leading the charge now. Trying to get something going, trying to drive. No look pass to the corner. Oh, great ball movement, but a big stuff in Joga says no, no. And we have a foul call. Looks like number 4 on BCIT, Damian Maroney. And that's Daniel LaFontant at the line right now, shooting 2. No good on the first attempt. Lawrence is going to bring in some subs here. We have number 10 coming in for the first time. That's Quinn Cahill, the junior, as well as number 22, Deacon Moore, the senior.
I mean, you look at LaFontaine's free throw percentage. He's 6 for 19. Now he's 6 for 20. So he's only 30% this season from the free throw line. I mean, he's got to get that record up if they want to succeed.
And that's something to keep an eye on. Maybe BCIT knows that, and they said whenever he has a short basket, maybe you foul him and send him to the line and make him earn it. 11-9 games, 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. 21 gets in deep. He's able to get the easy bucket. That's Jason Livingston. Again, Livingstone and Njogo. That size, we mentioned it in the pregame, and they're using it to their full advantage so far. Lawrence trying to break through, a lot of contact, and they're going to get Westampton with a foul. That's number 2, Tristan Dickerson. His first, team's third. Another sub for Lawrence coming in. That's 14, Elijah Ale. So it looks like head coach Jeffrey Molinelli is going to be using a lot of his bench. It seems like they're pretty deep. That's always a good weapon to have. Right off the inbound, went up tough, but not able to get it. That's number 11, McNeil. And it's going to go back to the Panthers. Pretty good pace so far, pretty good action. Both teams trying to figure each other out, trying to figure out what's going to work for them today, what's falling, what shots are going to go. Tristan Dickerson takes it himself, but loses it on the way up. McNeil's able to recover, gets it in. Great pass. And that's number 10. Just came in. Quinn Cahill with his first points of the game. Great vision from McNeil to find the streaking man with him. All in the corner by himself for Westampton. Javon Ford in and out. That would have been his second 3 of the game so far. 13-11. Panthers are up by 2. McNeil gets caught. Loses it for a minute. We're tied up. Thought it would be a jump ball, but it looks like maybe a foul call. Yeah, we have a foul on Lawrence. That's going to be on McNeil, his first, team's 4th. They're 1 away from the penalty here. Coach Molinelli wants an explanation. Ford brings it up. West Tech's in their all-black unis, moving left to right. Blue stripe down the side. Each player has their own colorful collection of footwear. They get it in down low. Same story. And Joga goes up, gets the easy 2. And you got to think that Coach Bird's going to want to just keep feeding the big man. It's working so far. No reason to see it stopping. Maybe a double team. Maybe they adjust into something more than a man. Who knows? But Lawrence has the ball now, down 4. Michael Carrick trying to drive. He started out the offense for the Cardinals. Long 2, nope, doesn't go. Livingston uses his size, grabs the board. Javon Ford trying to push the issue. They get it back down low again. Great find from the big man. Easy bucket. Doesn't get much easier than that. DeWill Andre from Henry Njoga. They're going to take a timeout, and we're going to stay here with 1:11 left. Panthers hold a 6-point lead. Everything we talked about in the pregame, Chase, is coming to fruition, it feels like. Lawrence has a very balanced attack, but their shot isn't falling from outside. They're trying to get down low, but the size from BCIT is what's counterbalancing everything Lawrence is throwing at them.
Exactly. They keep finding that man that we mentioned earlier, Henry Njoga, and you just have to think they're going to keep progressing in this second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, as the teams get tired, just keep feeding him down low and just keep feeding him the easy layups and the pump fakes and just uncontested shots. I mean, the tallest guy I see on the court right now is number 14 for Lawrence. That's Elijah Ale. That's really all they can put on Njoga. Maybe they bring another 6-foot guard and put him to double team Njoga, but I mean, he's just going to be a serious problem. They just have to figure out how to contain him.
Lawrence inbounding on their own end from the baseline. Just over a minute left, like we mentioned here in the first quarter. It's been fun. It's been a lot of action. It's been back and forth. Both teams trying to get their footing here still. That's 22 for Lawrence. He's battling around Deacon Moore. The long 3 attempt, no good. Another defensive rebound for BCIT. Let's see what approach they want to have here with less than a minute left on the clock. Forward, back to Maroney, excuse me. Andre gets in. Tried to hand it off to Njoga, Dykel Clark into the game, number 14, the senior forward. But we have a turnover, and Lawrence now presumably may look to have the last possession. There's 30 seconds left. I've seen crazier, but as coach screams out, get the last shot. So it looks like that is going to be their goal. Number 2 with the ball, it's Blake Amos Whitfield, and he throws it away. Oh, but okay, he must have gotten deflected. So the senior is off the hook momentarily. Queen Cahill inbounding, 16 seconds left. Lawrence with the ball, down 6. At half court, trying to set something up here. Michael Carrick, the senior, goes to his left. He's been driving there all day. Got stopped, 22, drives in. A lot of contact, but ball first, and that's the buzzer. 17-11, BCIT is currently up on Lawrence. Physical game from both teams, a lot of action. Both teams are really hustling here. It's going to be a good one. We'll be right back with second quarter action here from Holy Cross Prep Academy. Second quarter action about to be underway here at Holy Cross Prep Academy. 17-11, the Panthers lead the Cardinals. This broadcast is brought to you by DAWG Dog Pro Wrestling, New Jersey's premier pro wrestling organization with high-flying entertainment throughout the Garden State. Book Dog for your next outing at dogprowrestling.com. A lot of great basketball action here today at Holy Cross Prep Academy. They've been fantastic hosts so far. We have Lawrence and Westampton Tech as a foul's called. A lot of players hitting deck today. And it looks like the foul's going to go on BCIT's number 11, DeWill Andre. It's just his team's first. We mentioned both these teams are over 500. BCIT 9-6. Lawrence is 13-5. We knew we were going to be in store for a very tough competitive matchup. As a great find from number 10. That was Lawrence's Quinn Cahill. He's making an impact off the bench. He goes down low to 14. It was Elijah Ale. And he brings the Cardinals within 4. DeWill Andre with the ball, gets it over to Damian. There's Jason Livingston trying to get back down deep. They haven't been down low as much as they were in the beginning of the first quarter, but see if they change that here with the foul and the strong finish. DeWill Andre. Man, BCIT is setting up camp on the foul line today, and they are making them pay for it. Number 11, DeWill Andre, 71% from the free throw line, 17 for 24 this year. He had a season high 12 points back on the 30th of January against Atlantic City. That was their last game. Maybe why he got the start today. And he completes the three-point play, puts his team back up 6. Another turnover, not able to finish. That's Javon Ford. But BCIT recollects. They get it down low. That's Livingstone. You know what he's trying to do. And Joga says, okay, I got it. But a tough play from Lawrence, and they keep him off the score sheet. Michael Carrick comes up with the ball. They're trying to set something up here on the offensive end. There's Elijah Ale, we mentioned him. BCIT doing a good job of locking that paint up. Forcing tough contested shots from the outside, just like that. And Joga, you see why, he has 24 blocks on the season. He's just adding to that total more and more as the games go by. BCIT initially ends up with it, but it looks like a player's tripped up, and they're going to get Lawrence with a foul.
I think that was a record 5 players to hit the deck in the span of 5 seconds. That was incredible effort by both sides, and it just ends with a little trip that the referee finally calls, and it's going to end in another Lawrence foul.
Inbounding from the far side. That's Njoga. Oh, tough move. Number 11, DeWill Andre, and he's able to get the roll. 22-13 with 2 minutes left, and it looks like Lawrence is going to call a timeout. Trying to decide whether it's a full or a 30, but he wants to talk things over with his crew. 30-second timeout, so we're going to stay here too. 22-13. It was 8-9 after the first quarter, so a lot more action here in the second quarter. We were a little nervous about BCIT with their star senior. We mentioned Alexander Genti. He rolled his ankle yesterday at Morristown. They were able to get the win, but they lost their presumably best player, their 1,000-point scorer, or excuse me. He's almost at 1,000 points. He has 875. I thought he would get closer to 1,000 today, but he still has a couple more games to get there. Rolled his ankle, but they've done a very good job of adjusting. And they said, okay, without our best guy, we're going to adjust to our other 2 seniors. We're going to use our size advantage. And so far, it's paid dividends for them against Lawrence.
Exactly. I mean, Alexander Genti, you're losing a guy who's averaging 14.8 points per game this season. I mean, you got to have at least 1 or 2 players step up just for that 1 star. And Henry and Joga, as we mentioned, as well as Jason Livingston, they're all stepping up right now, and this is just what BCIT needs in order to succeed against Lawrence.
Ball's on the close side here. We got number 5, Josh Wilson, the junior, with it. Tries to drive. Gets it over to Blake Almost Whitefield. Lawrence is just struggling to find any open shots. It's been that way all day, and case in point there, another block for BCIT. They're driving, going up strong, and getting another 2. That was 21, Livingstone. You're going to hear Livingstone and Njoga a lot tonight, I'll tell you that, folks. Quinn Cahill setting up the offense. Coach Bird setting up his defense. Barking orders out from the baseline. Strong drive by Maroney. Doesn't get anything. Number 10 with a pro hop. Loses control. Tough defense by number 1. That's Javon Ford. Still struggling for it. We have a timeout before the jump ball. It looks like Coach Bird was able to get a timeout off. So he was waiting for his player to get possession. He finally did get possession. He took a timeout, and we'll do the same here. 24-13, Panthers on top of the Cardinals with 5:03 left in the second quarter. Stay tuned, folks. We're back here with 5:03 left in the second quarter. Let's take a quick look at the Colonial Valley standings. Lawrence is currently second with their 13-5 record. They're 5-1 in the division, only behind Allentown, who, although they're 9-8 overall, they are 5-0 in the Colonial Valley. Just behind Lawrence, we have Hamilton West at 6-11 and 4-2. Plainsboro North is 4-4 in the division. Princeton Day is 2-4, while Steiner is 1-6, and Plainsboro South brings up the rear at 1-7. Another bucket for Lawrence there. That was McNeil, bringing his team within 9. They're going to need some more from McNeil. He's their leading scorer. And it looks like we have a foul call here. Slight push. And that's going to be another foul on Lawrence. I don't think Coach Molinelli agrees, but that's the third team foul. A little early to be thinking about the bonus, but you don't want to put this West Tech team on the line. It looks like most of their players are pretty good from the charity stripe. Number 4 subs in. Damian Maroney's going to inbound here. Initially looked for Javon Ford, wasn't able to find him, so Njoga takes it in the backcourt. Deflected again. Fans in the front row got a souvenir momentarily. Njoga inbounding from the far side here. He's able to get it in. Giving up, and there's Carrick driving. He knows he's looking for the left. Goes up with it, and he's able to capitalize on it. Michael Carrick has been an absolute weapon today. Once he gets ahead of steam, he goes up with the left, and it's tough to stop him. Great job from this forward here. Westampton trying to get it down low to Njoga, but it looks like Lawrence is adjusted. They clamp down on the big forward. Get it in down on the baseline. Number 1, Michael Carrick again. Maybe he's the person that needs to step up, and he's the one that's going to lead this Lawrence team back. Speak of the devil, he grabs it. He sends it over. Nice pass. Number 2's able to finish. And we have a little run going. Blake Amos Whitfield, the senior connection for Lawrence. They were down by 9 at one point. They bring it all the way back to a 3-point game, 24-21. We're going to have a 30-second timeout here from BCIT. 3:36 left. We're just getting good, folks. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. (24-21). Panthers are clinging to a 3-point lead here with 3:36 left. Lawrence, if you blinked, you missed it. They had 6 points in 30 seconds, thanks in large part to the senior number 1, Michael Carrick. He had 2 quick driving baskets. He's able to steal the third possession, get it over to his teammate, Blake Amos Whitfield, and they bring their team within 3. So it's exactly what Lawrence needed. And you knew it was just a matter of time before this team started clicking and figured it out. BCIT, they take their 2 big guys off the court. Jason Livingstone and Henry Njoga are not on the court as we speak, so they're going to have to make some adjustments here. Oh, excuse me, Livingstone is, and Njoga is not. So they took their 6'5" forward off and left their 6'6" forward. How nice of them. Lawrence with another steal. A lot of hand checking, a lot of contact, and we have a travel call. Looks like Molinelli wanted a foul call, but instead his team was called for a travel, and they give the ball right back to BCIT.
Yeah, it was definitely a late travel call. I was looking for it, and then the referee noticed it, and he was like, yeah, that was definitely a travel. So it was a little bit of a late call, but definitely warranted.
And Njoga's weekend is short-lived. He's right back on the court. Just wanted to get probably a sip of Gatorade and wipe his brow. BCIT setting up. Looks like they had an open 3. They lose it again, and there's Carrick. You heard him. Up with the left again. They unable to finish. BCIT now applying the pressure the other way. It's number 2 bringing the ball up for BCIT. Tristan Dickerson. the sophomore guard. He's kind of a do-it-all guard. He averages 4.1 rebounds and 4.2 assists to go with his 56 points on the year. Long two from Dickerson, a long three from Dickerson. Unable to go. Tough rebounds, and we're going to have a jump ball called. It's probably the right call from the official. You don't want those guys ripping too much, and it's going to favor Lawrence in this occasion. 2:26 left here in the second quarter. 24-21 game. This is what you expected from two competitive teams. Never matched up before. First all-time meeting. Number 11 drives strong with the right. Tries to get it. McNeil unable to get it. Gets his own miss. Looking for contact, and he gets it on the baseline. Livingstone's trying to plead his case, but he did make contact on the way up. Great job by McNeil. He's been a catalyst for this Lawrence team.
Exactly. His career high all-time 28 points. He's currently sitting at just 5. Again, mentioned he's over a 1,000-point scorer, and he's 79% from the free throw line this season, averaging 16.2 points per game.
Yeah, McNeil's impressive. 10 points, 10-plus points in all but one game this year. He has 5 20-point games, so like you mentioned, he has a lower total than he's used to as at the moment, but there's still plenty of game left, and he can heat up in a hurry. Cardinals pull within 1 point. The closest it's been in a while. 2 minutes left in the first half here. It looks like Lawrence is implementing a little bit of a press on their own, not a full court press, but just trying to put some pressure on BCIT, not letting them bring it up so easily as they did in the first quarter. 21, Jason Livingston's trying to get it. He gets it up at the top of the key. And Joga, the crowd wants to travel. Probably should have got it, but no call, rims out. Number 1 gets his own miss. Javon Ford thought he was going to go up with it, takes it all the way around, and they get his pocket. His pocket got picked. That's number 5 from Lawrence. He gets it on the baseline, and he finishes and gives this team the lead. Number 5 for Lawrence, Josh Wilson, the junior. 3rd on the team in scoring, and you certainly see why. BCIT has certainly slowed down from their ferocious scoring pace they had in the first quarter, and a little bit to start the second quarter here. Lawrence, another great play by Carrick. He's not able to come up with it, but he's able to stymie Ford for a moment. A long 2, questionable shot selection. Carrick gathers the miss here. He's looking to drive as he has been. Strong with the left, but this one does not go. Javon Ford coming up again, looking for something. Less than a minute on the clock. Team's down by 1. And Joga. Oh, and he does it from 3. Not only can he get you down low, you better watch him from the outside. Henry and Joga, his first 3 of the night. Wow, what can this guy not do? Looks like Lawrence is trying to settle for the last shot again, under 30 seconds. Clock's ticking right at the 20-second mark. 11, dribbling back and forth. McNeil looking for something. A lot of isolation. And the ball gets tipped and deflected out of bounds. Maybe gives Lawrence a chance to reset. They'll be inbounding right here on their own side. Excuse me. The senior, Amos Whitfield, will be trusted with the inbound pass. McNeil eyeing his target, setting him up, fighting off the defense, steps back, crosses over, left, right, trying to get a shot off, gets the contact, and he does with just 2 seconds left. You're told if you're not able to get an open shot, get the contact and get to the line, and that's exactly what he does. 2 foul shots coming here for number 11 with a chance to tie the game up just before half. First one's good.
I mean, when you're 79% from the free throw line this season, this is the man that you want to take this game, potentially game-tying shot heading into the halftime period.
McNeil's good. Gets both of them, and then he gets subbed out quickly. Gets some much-earned rest before half. 27-27, couldn't ask for much more. Tie game, 2 seconds left. BCIT will look to inbound and give one last heave to the bucket. It's in. It's at half court. Just gets across. Oh, and it would have been good if it went. But it just rims out for the senior guard, Rob Davey. Okay, what a matchup. So we had an 8-9 start. Looked like BCIT was going to start to pull away. And then all of a sudden, Lawrence took a timeout, made some adjustments, and they've been firing on all cylinders. They've clogged up the paint on defense, not allowing BCIT to get the easy buckets they were getting to start the game. And then on the other end of the floor, you got to give Michael Carrick, number one, hell of a job. He's been hustling on both ends, bunch of steals, a bunch of fast break points, getting his teammates involved. We should be in store for a good second half. What do you think?
Exactly. Michael Carrick, you saw that little sequence just before that quick 30-second timeout. 2 baskets, easy layups, or not easy layups, contested layups. He made them look easy with his left hand. Gets the steal in the third possession and finds Whitfield. 6 points in 30 seconds to really swing the pendulum to the Cardinals' way. But then you look at Marco McNeil. We mentioned he was stuck at 3 points last time we talked about him. He's shot up to 9. He's leading all scoring in this game. I mean, it just matters how these two teams come out of the locker room. Now it comes down to the coaching. You see Molinelli, again, won the sectional in 2013, started coaching at Hopewell Valley, which was his alma mater back in 2010. He was a 1,000-point scorer when he was a player there in 2005. Also in 2005, CVC Player of the Year. So you take that player mentality as a coach, you push it into your coaching mentality, and you just got to wonder, how does that affect his kids and how they can come out of this halftime break? You're tied at 27. How can that mentality play a factor into leading into this the end of the game?
Well, that player mentality from the head coach definitely helps, and you saw it with that Lawrence comeback. 27-27. We'll be back here in less than 10 minutes with second half action from the Panthers and Cardinals here from the Holy Cross Prep Academy, Holy Cross Prep Showcase. Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Stay tuned, folks.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. It is the responsibility of all of us to make sure that our friends, family, and anybody who we hold dear in our lives is feeling well.
The problem with spotting mental health issues is that the symptoms aren't that obvious. Just because someone is okay or appears okay on the outside doesn't mean that they're okay on the inside.
It's important that if they are in distress, that they call the right people and they get the help that they need.
And it is very important that we treat each other with respect, regardless of who you are or where you come from. But it is just as important that we treat ourselves with respect, regardless of the situation going on in our lives.
If you're in distress, you can call this number, 988, or you can visit any of these websites if you're not in distress, but would like to learn more information about mental health awareness and research.
Book Dog Pro Wrestling for your next event or outing for the greatest action that New Jersey Pro Wrestling has to offer. Any place, any time, any setting, Dog Pro Wrestling will bring the action to you, and you won't want to miss it for moments like this. But don't just take it from me. Take it from Max Mundo, the Dog Pro Wrestling ambassador.
This is Max Mundo with Dog Pro Wrestling. Are you a civic organization, sporting club looking to fundraise? Then look no further to Dog Pro Wrestling. We do grand openings, corporate events, and much more.
And why not from some of the wrestling talent themselves?
I'm Vinny the Fixer, and I'm the champion of Dog Professional Wrestling. If you want to book the best, come see us. We're the cream of the crop. We'll come to any fundraiser you can think of. Just name the place and we'll show up.
This is the upstanding Dylan Mesh, and for the entirety of my professional wrestling career, dog wrestling has been a mainstay for where I like to wrestle. So you can believe me when I say that it is quality. And I'm upstanding. I'm the only opinion you need.
Yeah! It's your boy Gabriel Hodder here with my man Matthew Oman, and if you want your events to be all fight, no flight,
then book Dog Wrestling so you can witness true primal fear.
Woo!
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
And it gets past everybody. Graham will go back to position with no goal scored. They'll count down the time out loud here. Out to the left. One final shot, and it gets through. How about a buzzer beater? How do you do? It's a lead extending goal for Justin Lewis. Jersey is the number 2 seed. As we said, they beat Manville 19-0 in the first round, which was even larger than Audubon's 16-0 win over Paulsboro as the 1 seed in the first round. That one's hit out towards center field straight away. Oh, she misjudged it. Got over her head in center field. Now this one's got to... She's flying around third. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is not in time. What a way to kick off a semifinal with an inside the park home run. Emma Spire, who will take her talents to the Great Danes after 2026, lights up the scoreboard with a fly ball that got misjudged in center.
Jersey at the beautiful Holy Cross Prep Academy. Dan Wilkins Broadcasting brings you game number 3 of our coverage, game number 4 total from the Holy Cross Prep Showcase here, 2026 version. Dan Wilkins on production. Chase Parsons has been nice enough to join me on the call. I am Javier Harris here. Can't get much more even than this, 27-27, and it's kind of what we expected coming into this game. So we had it billed as number 1, the team that was number 1 and number 2 in the high school PowerPoints. Unfortunately, after some finals went down, it's now 2 versus 4, which is still a good matchup. Ewing is at number 1 in the PowerPoints. Lawrence is currently number 2. Hopewell Valley's at 3. Westampton Tech is at 4 now. Colts next at 5 with Brick Memorial at 6. So we knew it was going to be a good one, and it certainly lived up to the billing. Chase, what are you looking forward to in the second half?
Honestly, more of Henry Njoga. BCIT has really involved him, which is what I talked about in the pregame. They need someone to step up, maybe 1 or 2 people to replace, a star player who's averaging almost 15 points per game. You got to have maybe 1 or 2 step up. Henry Njoga has done a great job. Also, Jason Livingston has done an amazing job. Both these guys 6'5" plus in their height, so they're using that to their advantage, and I'm excited to see more of that heading into the second half.
West Tech will start here with the inbound. Third quarter action about to be underway here. This is our 3rd of 5 games we'll be covering. Coming up at 4 o'clock, game number 4 of our coverage, it'll be Holy Spirit Spartans versus the Cherry Hill East Cougars. And then at 5 o'clock, it's the marquee matchup, the main event. Lenape Indians will go head-to-head against the hometown Holy Cross Lancers here at 5:30 p.m. You're going to have our all-star crew with you there. Dan Wilkins will be on the call. Damian Waiters on the color. And Ben Wilden, he'll be producing for you guys. You'll be in store for a treat here. First points of the second half go to the Cardinals. They now take a 2-point lead, and ball gets thrown Way out by number 4 for BCIT, Damian Maroney. McNeil, he's been the leader of this team so far, brings the ball up court. 9 first half points for the senior. Oh, no look pass down low, another good look. Not able to handle the feed though, as that's number 2 for Lawrence, Blake Amos Whitfield. But it's still promising to see that much ball movement and that much control on the offensive end of the floor. BCIT looking for answers. DeWill Andre brings it up. Maroney guarded tough. Kicks it to the top. Tristan Dickerson had a good first half here, the sophomore guard. Waiting. Andre looking for something to open up. Presumably they're trying to feed Njoga again down low. But like I mentioned to end the first half, Lawrence did a great job to make some adjustments, keep him from dominating them down low like he did in the first quarter. Near corner 3, off the back iron, no good. There's number 11 going in, gets the contact, and finally gets the call. A little late, but shot does not go, and it looks like number 11 for BCIT, DeWill Andre, will find himself at the line.
DeWill Andre, 7 points in the first half. Again, he's just averaging 4.7 points per game. Hasn't been to the free throw line. Actually, he has. He made his 1. And then I do another commentator jinx. He misses his
Chase.
He misses his second attempt of the day, but he's really been showing up against this Lawrence team, against these two guys who are really different in height, and a whistle blown.
Looked like a lane violation.
Lane violation, so it will
BCIT,
count.
so no shot.
Oh, no shot. Knockout.
27-29. Just over 6 minutes left in the third quarter. We got a fun one here for you so far. Back and forth affair between Lawrence and BCIT. Puts his defender on the hardwood, but he's not able to finish the play. BCIT brings the ball up here. And we mentioned BCIT, they did play last night, so you want to see if those tired legs start taking effect in the second half. They were at Moorestown yesterday. They got a great win. Looked like a clean block, but he must have got a piece of him. That'll be 2 shots for Lawrence. Fouls on number 21 for BCIT. That's Jason Livingstone. First one's good for McNeil. He's no stranger to the line. He's gotten there 114 times this season so far. Good for 6.3 per game. Trips to the line. Looks like we're going to have a slight adjustment on the score. The score table did give that lane violation point to BCIT, and indeed it should have not been called. So we have a 30-27 game now. That's what we thought initially, Chase, but the official scorer put it up there, so we kind of go off that until we get clarification. And McNeil, the 80% free throw shooter, misses the second. 3-point game here. Cardinals up on the Panthers. DeWill Andre trying to look for something here. Number 2 gets it over to his teammate. Tristan Dickerson trying to get it down low. Players get caught, they get tied up, hits the floor, loose ball. Lawrence comes up with it. There's Carrick again. He's been a gnat on defense. Here's Lawrence driving. Gets it baseline, dribble drive, stuffed. And that was a big block for 21 on BCIT. And it looks like we're staying here.
He might have stepped out of bounds.
Oh,
I think that was the initial call.
So Lawrence keeps. Coach Bird screams out he wanted to sub in. And he gets the senior forward Njoga back in for Jason Livingstone. Lawrence is able to inbound on the far side here. They get it down low. Trap comes, he kicks it back out. Thought about a long three, steps up, another three from the, a little bit of contact, but no foul there. And there's contact on the other end. There's number 5, Josh Wilson picking up another foul. His team's second. We'll take a look at the Burlington County Liberty standings. Westampton Tech's currently third right now, 9-6 overall, but they're 2-3 in their division. Thrive Charter, they're 5-0 in their division. Been pretty unstoppable this year, 13-3 overall. Holy Cross Prep, not a slouch. They're 5-1 in the division with a 14-3 overall record. And just behind BCIT, we have Medford Tech at 3-14. Cinnaminstons 5-12, and Pemberton 0-4 in the division, 2-15 overall. As Carrick makes another three for Lawrence. He has been so impressive in this game. Certainly not the biggest guy by any means, but maybe he'll get called for a delay of game here.
No, I think they're ruling if it was a 2 or a 3. Let's see what they say here.
Yeah, it looks like the officials are meeting to decide whether that was a 2 or a 3. Great eyes by you, Chase.
They're going to say.
Initially, it looked like it was a 3. He had his hands up for a 3. I think that the discussion was what line they were using. You see there's 2 3-point lines, the black and the red one. And I think once they clarified that a little bit, they were able to figure out that it was indeed a 3-point shot. So it's 33-27. Cardinals are now up by 6 on BCIT here. Just over 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Carrick on the ground again, tied up. We have a jump ball situation. They call it. Possession arrow favors BCIT, it looks like. Subs for both teams come in as we have Javon Ford checking back in for BCIT. And number 14 for Lawrence, Elijah Ale. Both coaches using their bench to great ability so far. This has been a good matchup today. Ford and Carrick, Indeed, wide open. Great find, but he's not able to finish. He went up strong with the left, but nothing there for Amos Whitfield. DeWill Andre slows it down. Him and Dickerson running the backcourt. Over to Javon Ford. He's looking to get it in down low, but looks like McNeil did a great job of shutting that down. Down low, McNeil closes. A little bit of contact, but no call. BCIT recovers. Njoga kicks it over to Dickerson. He takes it up strong with the right. Too strong, it seems. Njoga with another rebound. Thought about kicking it out. Tried to drive baseline. Lost it momentarily, but looks like it was knocked out of his hands. BCIT under their own basket. Throws it up to Njoga. Gets the contact, then gets the easy 2. It's been a while since we heard his name, but here he is. The 6'5", 205 Henry Njoga, the senior forward, making a statement, getting his team right back in it.
BCIT coming off of that 4-game losing streak, winning last game, as we mentioned earlier, yesterday against the Morristown Quakers, who we saw earlier, me and Javier at 11:30. And you mentioned maybe some tired legs after that closely contested game, but you got to think, they came off that game with a win, so that drives that winning mentality and trying to convert it into these 2 showcases and 2 different showcases on 2 different weekend days.
Absolutely. It's definitely a 2 sides of the coin there, like you mentioned. You have the winning mentality. You were able to shake off that 4-game losing streak that you had coming into last night, but you had to play last night. And now, with an early start, and we have a travel here from Njoga. Right back at it with a 2:30 start today. I'm still impressed by BCIT's ability to stay in this game, and that large lead they had to open up the game is the reason it's so close to this point. Lawrence looking to stop the bleeding, to get it over to the senior Carrick. He's had a great game so far. Jab step, gets in deep, kicks it out, no look, into the corner, wide open, 3-ball, just out. No good for number 14, that was Elijah Ale, but easy 2 for DeWill Andre. He's had a really great game so far, the starter for BCIT. 7 first half points, he adds to that total here. Press coming from BCIT, Lawrence fighting out of it with passes. Just over 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Carrick and Ford, we said it. They've been battling. Here's 22 for Lawrence. Deacon Moore. The senior tried to drive, couldn't find anything. Out to Carrick, thought about a three. Pump fake, spin, looks for contact, unable to get it. No shot clock, so they can take their time here. 22, great find, into 10. Quinn Cahill kicks it out, open three. Can he get it from the other side? No, too strong, 14. Elijah Ailes tried a couple three-point attempts in the second half, unable to get him to drop. Finally get a stoppage in play, turnover, West Tech ball. Both coaches at near half court, shouting to their teams, giving orders, giving directions. Two-man trap high in the zone. 11's trying to fight. And we have a foul call on the floor. Should be no shots. That's on number 10 for Lawrence, Quinn Cahill. Cardinals need to keep an eye. That's their fourth team foul. Only a minute and a half left here in the third quarter, but the next one will send the Panthers to the strike. Inbounded down low. And there's that contact we were talking about. There's number 1, Javon Ford. He's been tough all day. Gets in low on the baseline, throws it up, gets the contact, puts BCIT over the limit, and he'll shoot 2.
I mean, if you look at the percentage just based on this season so far, Javon Ford, only 33% from the free throw line. His career high is only 7 points, not 70, definitely not 70. That's Joel Embiid numbers.
I was going to say.
But only 7 points, but this is his first season as a junior, coming off of the JV, his sophomore season, and he's definitely adjusting pretty well. He's playing with a lot of effort, a lot of heart. Some shots just aren't falling, but that one does there.
Yeah, Ford's a good example of someone who makes an impact for a team without necessarily filling up the score sheet. As we have a hand check here on 14, BCIT. That's foul number 3 for the Panthers. 32-33. Cardinals lead by 1. It's been like this for most of the game, back and forth. A lot of lead changes. That's exactly what you expect when you have the Holy Cross Prep Showcase. Some of the best teams in South Jersey on full display here, and we're proud and happy to be here covering it. Lawrence in their end looking for something. There's McNeil. Haven't heard his name in a while. Looking to drive baseline. Has a bunch of BCIT players on him. He goes, puts the ball up. No good. And Ford comes away with it. He passes it up, looking to push the tempo. Number 14 is Dykel Clark. He gets the 2, puts the Panthers up 1. Less than a minute left in the third. 1-point game now for BCIT. Lawrence has been holding the ball when they get under a minute for the first 2 quarters. Let's see if they do that here. Just over 30 seconds left. They get it down low. Wild pass. Number 2 is not able to handle it, and that's a turnover. Blake Amos Whitfield tried to corral it, but unable to do so. 32.9 seconds left. 33-34. BCIT inbounding. Ford has it. Number 10's all over him. That's Quinn Cahill, the junior. He steals it from him. He's looking for somebody. Gets it into 14. He goes up with it, and Elijah Ale with the block. Draws contact. Didn't get the shot up, but he's in the penalty anyway, so it looks like, oh, excuse me, no, they're not. That's West Tech in the penalty. No harm, no foul. They're going to inbound from underneath the basket here on the baseline, trying to figure out their substitutions here. Coach Bird wanted to grab Javon Ford off, talk to him momentarily. Inbounding is McNeil. And a turnover. Number 4, LaFontant was not able to hold on to the rock. BCIT looks like they'll get the last possession here with 20 seconds left.
I mean, it's just been great full court defensive pressure by the Panthers, and that leads to just a wrong step, and he stepped out of bounds. That led to the turnover.
Just past half court. BCIT throws their cross. Number 10, Rob Davi. He settles. Tristan Dickerson has it. Just 5 seconds left. Number 11 driving, goes for the contact, not able to get it. Lawrence has it. Are they able to get a shot off in time? They are, and they get the 2 points. A big 2 from that's number 10, Quinn Cahill, the junior. He's made an impact since coming off the bench. Gives his team a 1-point lead, 35-34. Man, we are in for a fun finish here. Fourth quarter action coming up live from Holy Cross Prep Showcase. Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Don't go anywhere. Fourth quarter action here from the Holy Cross Prep Showcase. We're here in Delran, New Jersey, Holy Cross Prep Academy. 35-34, the Lawrence Cardinals lead the BCIT Panthers here in the fourth quarter, about to get underway. This broadcast is brought to you by the South Jersey chapter of National Adult Baseball Association, or NABA, the premier men's baseball league of New Jersey with over 20 teams across 4 competitive divisions. Visit southjerseynaba.com for more information. Registration is open for the spring of 2026. Baseball season right around the corner. But we're here for the hardwood, and we have a foul. Foul on Lawrence. Number 4 vehemently disagrees. LaFontaine. Just his team's first here as we just start the fourth quarter. BCIT inbounds quickly underneath. 21, that Livingston struggles to get it. No travel, no timeout. We have a jump ball. Arrows favoring Lawrence, it looks like. A lot of possession arrow today so far. A lot of guys hitting the deck, a lot of guys hustling. That's what you like to see. McNeil brings it up for Lawrence. Settles in. There's 22, Deacon Moore. McNeil with a tough 2. Got a lot of contact, no call. Easy board for Njoga. Njoga's had 2 double-doubles so far this season. May be on his way to another one so far today. Here's Dickerson. Looking for a crease, looking for something to give. A lot of contact, and we have a defensive foul. Looks like on number 10. They're going to call Lawrence for an offensive foul. We have Njoga, number 15, picks up a foul and gives the possession back to Lawrence. It's remarkable how Lawrence has been able to neutralize Njoga this second half, because in the first quarter we thought this guy was going for 20-20.
Exactly. I mean, he's still got his double-figure points. He's got 10, but he has really been restricted during the second half. I was anticipating coming out of the halftime break that they would adjust, the Lawrence Cardinals would adjust to him, but I was thinking that Njoga would overcome it, but he hasn't so far.
Absolutely. Another tough shot from McNeil. He wanted the contact, looking for a call, does not get it. 3 ball from McNeil from the far corner. 38-34, 4-point lead for the Cardinals. BCIT looking to answer back. Gets the ball over to Davi. Baseline drive, tough with the right. No good, but 14's there to clean up his miss. And that's Dykel Clark, the senior. 31 boards this year, puts another one on his tenure. 36-38, Panthers pull within 2. Lawrence trying to push the issue here. They slow it down. Quinn Cahill gets it over. Down low to 22, Deacon Moore. The senior loses it momentarily. McNeil gets caught. And we'll see what the call is here. We have a foul on BCIT, number 10. That'll be the senior Davi. The Panthers' second, with just over 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. McNeil will inbound from the baseline. Nothing going. He finds him in the corner. There's Michael Carrick. Haven't heard his name in a while. Just checked back in, and we have a turnover here. BCIT ball.
That looked like that last hit off of West Tech.
Yeah, and then Lawrence's bench wanted the baseline official to appeal with his partner, but he gave him the head shake, and we continue on. BCIC with possession here. Chance to tie the game or take the lead with a 3. Back to Dickerson, and he loses possession, and we have backcourt violation. Untimely turnovers, especially this late in the game, they can really catch up to you.
So something that I don't get that has happened so far, and we haven't mentioned it, whenever Njoga comes in or Livingston comes in for West Tech, they always come in for each other. So they're rarely ever on the court. You would think 2 6'5" plus
and
nice and one there, but you would think 2 6'5" plus players on your squad should be on the court at the same time. So it's something that Coach Bird really has implemented the strategy, you know, maybe have the defense that they're going up against adjust to one, take him out, and then make the other big guy play a different way.
I agree with you 100%, Chase, as Michael Carrick finishes the 3-point play. Their most success they found in this game was in the first quarter when you had Livingston and Njoga both working down low on the offensive defensive side of the court. Now, the only thing that I could think of in Coach Bird's defense is possibly with the back-to-back that we mentioned, maybe they got tired legs, and I don't know how many minutes they played last night, as the 3-ball attempt was no good for PCIT, but maybe the minute factor of playing so much last night and then coming back on the road, playing again today. It would be interesting to see once these final minutes, 3 or 4 minutes show up on the clock, does he get both those big guys back out there? As we have a foul here on the floor. It's the 4th team foul for BCIT, so next one will put Lawrence at the line, and that'll certainly be an advantage in this close of a game, as number 4, Damian Maroney, checks back in for West Tech. (41-36), 5-point game here at Holy Cross Prep. The Holy Cross Prep Showcase. Game number 3 of the DWB coverage, game number 4 overall. Lawrence loses it momentarily. Oh, double dribble, yes sir. Nobody touched it, he picked it back up, tried to dribble again, and you cannot do that, young man.
And it's just these costly turnovers for both sides that have really kept this game from really one of these teams breaking away. They just keep making these mental errors and these little mistakes that lead to these turnovers, and it's just staying a super close game.
No, you took the thoughts right out of my head as Lawrence gets called number 5 for a foul on the baseline there. That's Josh Wilson. These teams went from exchanging buckets to seemingly exchanging turnovers, and it's kind of slowed the game down, but it's the reason, like you said, no one's been able to pull away, and it's still a 5-point game here with 4:52 left in the 4th quarter. And Njoga gets it up top, settles it, gets it down low to 14. Do we have a jump ball? Yes, we do. But with the arrow, it stays with West Tech here. Coach Molinelli wanted to travel there in Njoga, and rightfully so, but no call from the stripes. Into Dickerson. Njoga gets it. Number 10's pestering here with Quinn Cahill. Doesn't have the size, but he has the effort. Njoga goes in strong and gets the easy 2. If the Panthers are going to come back, you got to think that's the way they're going to play this last 4 minutes of the game. 41-38, 3-point lead for the Cardinals. McNeil's, BCIT's all over him. 2 guys, 3 guys, and we get the foul call. That'll put BCIT over the limit, and regardless of whether McNeil was shooting or not, he will head to the free throw line for 2.
So Henry Njoga with give or take a travel or not, it's up to the referee's discretion. They haven't called one yet, but seemingly back-to-back, Lawrence's bench exploded, and the referee close to us gave an official warning to not the head coach Morinelli, but to the assistant coach. So it's a bench warning. So next one would be a technical foul, which you definitely don't want in a close game with still 4:25 to go.
Absolutely, and from the official's point of view, you got to think that in a game that you know is this tight, you know is going to be presumably this tight the rest of the way, you want to kind of control the emotions from both sides here. You don't want either the benches, the coaches, the players on the floor, the fans in the stands to lose their head just because the score is close. So probably why that warning came into effect, just to kind of get ahead of things and be a little proactive. And we have a foul on Lawrence here, number 10, Quinn Cahill. He doesn't agree. That's the third team foul for the Cardinals. They still have a 4-point lead with just over 4 left. BCIT inbounding. Ball goes to Livingston. He hands it off to Maroney. This is something we mentioned, Chase. We have Livingston and Njoga on the court at the same time with 4 minutes left. Let's see if that works. Njoga with a big 3, front iron. Although he may have that in his repertoire, you've got to think that with his size advantage, you would want him getting down low and being as successful as he was earlier on the block. And as I say that, there's a big block from Njoga. Does it on both ends. Thought about another 3, but reconsidered and kicked it back out to Dickerson. Still playing at the point. 21, great move, and 1. Livingston's able to finish. Got the ball in deep in the restricted area. Shimmy shake, goes around with his left, and finishes for the N1. Wow, great job by 21 there.
I mean, can you say that we're surprised? This is the 2 guys that we've been highlighting all game. Talked about them in the potentially in the late fourth quarter, which we're in now, both of them potentially being on the court at the same time, and how much of a difference that could make. And it is definitely trying to lead these Panthers to a comeback.
Certainly not a crazy concept, I would say. 3:20 left here, 42-40, 2-point game. Cardinals hold the lead and the ball. Number 10 for the Cardinals, Quinn Cahill gets it out. And there's that boy, Michael Carrick, the senior. He really burned BCIT in the first half. It's been a little more quiet in the second half. But he's still making up for it on the defensive end. Lawrence isn't able to do anything, but they draw the foul. Number 2 on BCIT. That's going to be personal foul on Tristan Dickerson. The team's been over the limit for about a minute and a half now, so it looks like Lawrence will go back to the line. This time, LaFontaine.
And you look at LaFontaine, again, we mentioned earlier when he went to the line, when he missed both, he's currently 6 for 21, including the 2 that he took this game. 30% from the free throw line. I mean, this is somebody that West Tech really wants at the line to close out this game, especially when it's only a 2-point game. This is the one that they want to send to the line.
Absolutely. You definitely want to avoid sending McNeil and Carrick to the line. Those are 2 of the better free throw shooters for Lawrence. Sometimes you don't have a choice, though. When it's late in the game and you have to throw an intentional foul out, you don't really have time to check on who has the ball. So just something to keep in mind as LaFontaine makes the second one. It's Sunday, but the bank's open. Number 22 checks in for Lawrence. That's Deacon Moore. And it looks like we have a timeout here from Lawrence. Yep, Lawrence is going to take a timeout, so are we. We have just under 3 minutes left, 2:59. What a great game. 43 for the Cardinals, 40 for the Panthers. Do not go anywhere. We'll have the conclusion of this game momentarily. Stay tuned. Buckle your seatbelts, folks. We're going to be in for a good ending here. Under 3 minutes left. The crowd's really starting to pile in here at Holy Cross Prep Academy. 2 big games coming up momentarily after this one. But we got to get to that. We got to get to the finish here. We've had a great back-and-forth game. Westampton took the momentum to start the game. Lawrence has taken it back since. And we have a 3-point game here late in the fourth quarter. BCIT looking to set it up. Get it down low. That's been their MO all game, and that's why. Livingstone and Njoga Those have been the two names you've heard us repeat over and over, and that's because those are the big 6'5" and 6'6" forwards for BCIT, and they've made a huge impact on this game. 1 point lead for Lawrence. They have the ball here, 2:27 left. At the top of the half here, we got Quinn Cahill, kicks it over to number 4. Carrick looking for an opening. Drives to his left. He's been doing it all game. Goes up strong. Gets a little bit of contact, but not enough. Misses the shot. BCIT driving, looking to push the tempo. They get it over to number 4. That's Maroney. Maroney to the big man in Joga. Oh, there he is. If he's not doing it down low, if he's not doing it on the free throw line, he'll do it from 3. He'll do it from long distance. That was a long 2, but you get the point. 44-43. Timeout here on the floor. It's going to be close, folks. Do not go anywhere. Stick around. Two-minute warning. 1 point lead for the Panthers. 44-43 over the Cardinals here. This has been the best game I've covered so far for DWB. It's been back and forth. Exactly what you asked for. Two competitive teams. We knew we'd be in for a good one. And let's see how this one wraps up here. Lawrence with the lead and possession. Moving left to right. Methodically checking in, looking for something to open up. Neither team wants to turn the ball over. A long 3 from McNeil. Questionable shot selection, but off the side of the rim, and he gives BCIT the ball. Panthers hold a 1 point lead, 44-43. No rush here. Lawrence might look to apply a little bit of pressure here. There's Njoga in the corner, calling his teammates to crash, and a turnover. Lawrence picks it up. There's McNeil. He's driving with a head of steam. Goes up with easy 2, and he gets it. And it's a 1 point lead for the Cardinals here with 1:20 left and counting. Ball's inbounded by BCIT. Over to Ford. He gets it. He's looking for Njoga. He has it. Does he go up? And he does. He goes up strong. Easy 2. No foul, though. Very smart from Lawrence not to foul him with just over a minute left. 46-45. Panthers have a 1 point lead. Just a minute left. Lawrence bringing it up. That's Quinn Cahill. He's setting up the offense. Some off-ball screens. There's Cahill driving. Looking to go baseline. Gets contact. And he gets the roll. Back and forth. 1 point leads. We're exchanging them. 46-45. 40 seconds left. BCIT's locking in on their end. Each team with 2 timeouts left. Swatted away, number 4, LaFontaine. Sends it off to the baseline, and we're going to have it inbounded there.
You have the 2 guys that we've been talking about all game, McNeil with 16 and Njoga with 16. Both of these 2 for their respective teams dominating. And
they get it in down low. Big block by number 4. That's LaFontaine. Big block, and they get possession. They tried to sneak it into Livingstone. He got stuffed. The ball rolls off his leg, and Lawrence gets possession. 1 point lead for the Cardinals. They need to inbound it cleanly, and they do. And there's McNeil. Faked an attempt. They slow it down. Carrick gets it. He's trapped at the top. We have a foul call. Foul on BCIT, number 2. As we've mentioned, they're in the bonus, so Carrick will go to the line for 2 with 2 of the biggest free throws of the game right here.
Arguably, that is what you want to do. You wanted to try and draw that 50-50 ball, the jump ball, but arguably sending someone to the free throw line to shoot 2, you're still would be down if he converts both by 3, so you would still have a chance with 22 seconds to tie the game.
And most importantly, like you mentioned, it stops the clock as Carrick misses the first one, and it remains a 1 point lead at the moment. Second shot coming. Carrick steps out to gather himself. He understands the significance of this moment right here and this shot. And it's good. We have a sub here. We actually have a timeout. So Lawrence will take a timeout here. They'll use a full. We'll have 1 second left. We'll stay here. 22.5 seconds left at Holy Cross for the Holy Cross Prep Showcase. Game number 3 of our coverage today. Game number 4 overall. Chase Parson, Javier Harris, Dan Wilkins himself is on the production. 2-point lead. I feel like a broken record. We've been saying the same 2 guys for Lawrence, McNeil and Carrick, and we've been saying the same 2 guys for Westampton, Livingstone and Ninjoga, but it's for a reason. These guys have put their team on their back. They've been buckets. They've been catalysts on both ends, and it's the reason this game is how it is right now.
Exactly. It's so close because everybody else has been turning the ball over or getting rejected, and these 4 guys have just been so consistent. They've been scoring. Sometimes they put up the questionable shots, but when one puts up the questionable shot, then it feels like the next guy puts up a questionable shot. So it's all in rhythm. It feels like, again, we're just circling on a record player. Like track 1 is Ninjoga, track 2 is Carrick, track 3, and just so on and so forth. But we keep mentioning them, as you said, for a reason. Again, we just keep mentioning them for a reason. As you mentioned, Lawrence now has their 1 timeout. BCIT has 2, but we have 22.5 to go, and the Cardinals lead by 2.
BCIT will inbound here. Initially, it was going to be Javon Ford, but it looks like Tristan Dickerson will take the inbound. 22.5 left, 2-point game like you mentioned. They inbounded here cleanly. That's Maroney. Over to Ford. They're trying to play keep away a little bit here. Don't want to force up too early of a shot. 13 seconds left. Clock's ticking. 10 seconds left. 3 ball. That would have been a killer, but Maroney misses. Tough board by number 2, and Tristan Dickerson gets the putback. Wow. BCIT ties it on the putback from Dickerson. 5.1 left. Coach Molinelli sprung out of his seat, caught a timeout, his final timeout of the game. We're going to stay here, and why wouldn't we? 5.1 seconds. We have a tie game, 48-48. This is a matchup, and their records don't lie. 9-6, 13-5. You see why. Lawrence is now out of timeouts. Westampton has presumably 2 left. Man.
I mean, Tristan Dickerson, we've been kind of mentioning him all game, but he really has been an off the ball, either with the fouls or just hasn't really been doing well on defense, but he comes up huge on the offensive end. His first basket of the game is the one to tie it up with 5.1, and now BCIT has the opportunity to stop Lawrence, send this one to overtime, or maybe the Cardinals, the 2 guys that we keep mentioning, Carrick with 15, McNeil with 16, maybe they try and find one of their 2 stars, or maybe somebody different. Maybe they try and find an unlikely hero just like we just saw with Dickerson. So it's very interesting to see how these last 5 seconds will play out.
Lawrence is going to have to inbound from under BCIT's basket and go the length of the court to get a shot off here with 5.1 seconds left. Referee hands it to number 10. That's Quinn Cahill. He gets it into Carrick. Carrick's looking for the shot. He pulls up. No look pass. Does he get it off in time? Yes, he does! Number 2 for Lawrence sends this one. Blake Amos Whitefield, the senior. Wow, what a finish. Jeffrey Maloney, the coach, is loving it. Lawrence moves to 14-5 in impressive fashion. Number 2 in power points, and you see why.
What did we just say? An unlikely hero, one that we did not mention as much in Blake Amos Whitfield, hits the buzzer beater for the win, and you can't ask for any better finish. And our last, but Dan Wilkins is broadcasting. We're going to cover 2 more, and if this is the 3rd one, and we keep mentioning how amazing the next 2 are going to be, it's just going to be an incredible night.
You mentioned it. We said all game, McNeil, Carrick, and then right before that possession, you said that somebody has to step up and make a difference, and the senior, he got the start, number 2, Blake Amos Whitfield, and he certainly did that. Man, Lawrence, I cannot tell you how impressive I am with them. It looked like in the beginning they were probably going to get a little boat race. BCIT was bullying them down low. We spoke about Njoga and Livingstone relentlessly, and they were able to recover, and it's a great job by Melanelli. We told you they're playing their best ball of the season right now. In January, they won 9 out of 10 games. They're able to win this one here, get on a good start, and I'm just blown away. I'm still trying to catch my breath from that last finish there, man. But we had a lot of fun today. This was the 3rd game, like you mentioned. Chase and I had the last 2, and Sam Goldberg and I had the first one. But if you thought that was fun, if you thought that was exciting, do not go anywhere because we have a lot of action here at the Holy Cross Prep Showcase. On the call, you're going to have the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Dan Wilkins, taking you. Damian Waiters will be helping him on color. Ben Wilden will be producing, so you know it's going to look and sound good. Game 4 at 4 o'clock, scheduled for 4 o'clock, I should say. It's Holy Spirit Spartans versus the Cherry Hill East Cougars. That'll be a fun matchup, but make sure you set your alarms for this one. 5:30, right before dinner, the main event, the marquee event. The Lenape Indians will take on the hometown Holy Cross Lancers in what's going to be a fun one. Do not go anywhere. I just want to thank you guys on behalf of everybody from DWB for joining us. I had a lot of fun doing this, but that'll be all from us here. From our entire crew, our social media coordinator, Haley Mejia, our graphics crew, Caleb Lane, Carson Rosso, and Fisher Giannotti. From my producer, Dan Wilkins himself, on color, Chase Parsons, the man. I'm Javier Harris. We'll see you shortly. Well, we won't, but we'll be back with DWB shortly from Holy Cross Prep. Final score today was 52-50 for Lawrence. Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, thank you for watching.